Welcome back to Buff-A-Touille. Today we're going to make one of the pleasures that a lot of people just don't think about. And when we think about chicken, we often think about roasted chicken or chicken breast. But one thing that we really like here are chicken thighs. So chicken thighs, it's really inexpensive and it's really quite delicious. So we're going to make that today, show you how it's done. So just as a reference, this is 5.5 pounds, roughly 5.5 pounds of chicken thigh, bone in, skin on, $1.79 a pound. So this is under $10. We're gonna have 10 chicken thighs. This is gonna be delicious. So what we have to do is we have to prepare it before we can make it. We're gonna do that next. And after that, we're gonna go ahead and cook it. So we'll see you in a bit. Okay, so we're gonna trim this up. We're gonna remove the bone. You gotta leave the skin on. So I'll show you how that's done, and then we'll go ahead and do the rest of these. We're gonna put them into this cooking device, I think it's a skillet. Often use a big pan. The key here is you want it cold. Don't preheat anything. And you're gonna put it skin side down in it. The only thing we're gonna wanna season on these is with salt on the skin itself. And then the other side will have salt and pepper. But I'll go ahead and get this started. I'm gonna put them in here. And after I get them in there, I'll season them up, flip them over, and we'll go from there. So for this very first one, we're gonna go ahead and open this up. It's okay to trim off a little bit of the extra skin. So you can see there's a little extra there, so I just go ahead and cut that part off. We're going to save as much as possible. We can see we've got some bones in here, and we just want to trim alongside the bone. You kind of feel where it's at, but there's also a little bit of, I don't know, cartilage. So if you trim on top of the bone, it's really, you want to kind of peel it almost like you're peeling the bone out. And get underneath. It is a little bit of extra work to do it, but it's well worth the work. So we'll go ahead and trim this up. You see now we're getting along the bone. You can kind of feel here at the base of it, the rest of the bones and cartilage. We don't want to eat that, so we're going to cut out. We're going to save as much meat as we can. So we're throwing that off. Now you can save that for a chicken stock. I'm just going to put it in there. This is what we have. I'm going to just trim off just a little bit there. And it feels pretty good. This is the other side. So I'll go ahead and actually season it up as I put it in there with just some sea salt on this side, skin side down. We'll fill it up, and then we'll see you in a bit. Okay, as you can see, we have all the chicken thighs cut up now. As you recall, we had 10 of them. I forgot, once you cut them open and open them up, they take up a lot more space. We have 6 in here. I've got 4 more over on the stove. Like I said, start out cold, fat side down, and then we're going to turn it up to roughly like that 325, 350 range. And we are going to leave them like this until they're like really crispy. So we're going to see that. Thank you, Mother, for this frying pan, skillet. Keep forgetting what it's called. If you watch our time travel Jello video, you'll see my mother and my daughter. So go check that one out. And while on that trip, this was one of the things we received. So excited to use it. So I got fat side down. I'm gonna go ahead and season the meat side of these with the salt, pepper, garlic. And the amount of seasoning you put on, you're gonna want to kind of do it for your own liking. They will be quite strongly flavored. As we cook them from the fat side down, it's gonna be just like a roasted chicken, but with lots of flavor. So we'll just watch these, and then once they're ready, we'll see the meat change color, like it's actually looking like it's cooked. And then we'll flip them, finish them off that way, and then we'll enjoy them. So we'll watch them cook. Ah. Okay, so I'm sure you saw me struggling there a little bit with the chicken thigh sticking to the skillet. And then I brought over the other Ninja pan. The one thing I failed to consider was when receiving a gift from your mother, it just may be really old and may not have those non-stick capabilities like we have today. So in the Ninja pan, the chicken thighs are not sticking to it at all. And this is a little bit of a challenge. It's starting to re-stick already. So that's all right, part of the fun. But you can see how juicy this is. What we're looking for is a nice crunchy, you can see there that's not ready. We're looking for that brownish roasted chicken color. So we'll just keep cooking. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and flip these now. All right, so as you can see, I pulled these off of here. And I want to just make sure the temp is good. I've already double checked them, but make sure you get your meat thermometer in there and get up to the USDA guidelines. So we're definitely clear here. The one thing about this meat is it is a dark meat, so it may look like it's not done, but the only thing that can really tell you if it's done or not is the temperature. So make sure you're familiar with the guidelines from the USDA. And before we bite into these, I'm going to take the other 4 off here in a minute, and I want to show you what this should sound like and feel like. So let's see in a bit. All right, so the one thing I want to show you is how this should look. It's actually a very thick crust on the outside, got the bottom side there. Now, I don't know if you can hear this, but you can see there's pretty thick crust. So we're going to go ahead and have a bite here. All right, here we go. It's worthy of a second bite. So, it's absolutely delicious. This will top any roasted chicken that you have. And it's relatively inexpensive to make. So make sure you safely remove the bone, keep all the fat on. I gave you all the tips through it. I hope you really enjoy this with your family. And thank you for having another Buff-A-Touille experience with us.